Hello. I just thought I would pop on before Christmas. Got half hour to go, he says, looking at an invisible watch. They're good, you know. These invisible watches. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. 5:30 it is. Anyway, I thought I would just pop on and say hello. And you'd go, I didn't expect that. Ian's on. Well, maybe. Anyway, so I thought I'd come and say hello. Merry Christmas and all of that. And let you know that the shop is doing spanking. It's doing brilliant. Better than I could have imagined. To be honest, it's we're going to be looking at a really good year next year, I reckon. The cruise ships are coming in again. There's 120,000 visitors come in every year with the cruise ships, and we lost an awful lot of business last year because I made a mistake in taking on that particular shop, and it was a bit on the small side. It was a bit too small. Plus, you could walk past it, you could see people walking past, having a chat to each other, and not even notice the shop is there. So you live and learn, don't you? You've got to learn by all these things. And as you know, most of you that have watched me before, I learn as much as I can by every mistake I make. And so that's why I snapped their hand off when I got offered this place. And it's doing really well. We're just going into the new year. Oh, I'm tired. It's Christmas Eve. And I'm working all over Christmas. Well, I say I'm working all over Christmas. The shop is open on Boxing Day. The only 2 days it's closed is Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and that's it. Other than that, it's open all the way through. This shirt was made by one of the sellers. Like it? Oh. I made a few of them. I quite like it. There's if any of you would like to join in, there's a £250 raffle on the Artisan Island raffle account to win £250 to spend in the shop. £1 a go. Oh. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's been a long few years. And a lot of wake-up calls for me. Sometimes I do a video and I like this and I'm just doing it for me. I'm just doing it to not talk to anyone in specific, because there's not many people now that watch anything I do. And that's all right. I understand it. I'd have been the same probably. I don't think I'd have lasted this long. If I was someone watching, I'd have given up a long time ago. Yeah, it's me belt. Oh, let me stand my belt. Yeah. So yeah, I do sometimes I'm doing it just for me, just to, if you like, I don't know, just to what? I don't know why I do it for me, just to keep my hand in, as it were, just to give an update for anybody that might be interested, because I know there's like half a dozen of you that are, or a dozen of you that are. The rest of the people, they wasn't, but there's a dozen or more of you. Maybe I'm not being kind enough. Maybe there's about 2 dozen people that are interested, and so it's to you and me that I do it for. I do remember a time where I could come on a live and there would be several hundred people watching, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. I mean, several hundred people is absolutely nothing. You know, these influencers and stuff, they have thousands, if not millions, watching them. But why would anybody be interested in anything I've got to say anymore? For those of you that are though, have you been keeping a check on the new coins that are coming out? The salmon, quite rightly so, is going to be a rare coin straight away. Interesting thing about the salmon comes out and people start saying, oh, the salmon is going to be really rare, it's rarer than Kew Gardens, so I'm putting up for 100 quid straight away, and there's people buying it for 100 quid, right? And yet there's no difference between the salmon and the Belfast, the HMS Belfast, the Navy coin, £2, or the 2015 Britannia. No difference between what's going on now with the salmon and me talking to everybody in 2015, 16, no, 17 or whatever it was, and saying, you know, that coin is worth 25 quid straight away, immediately. And did I take some flack for that? Do you remember? Oh, blimey, did I take some flack for that? But I wasn't wrong. I was absolutely bang on the money. The salmon's going to go to, like, in the next 5 years, the salmon will be 350 quid in 5 years' time. You can count on that. So if any of you are lucky enough to have a bag of salmons, I haven't managed to get any, but if any of you are lucky enough to have a bag of salmons, I mean, goodness me, keep hold of those, because they are going to be worth a lot of money. 350 quid each in 5 years is my prediction, 300. And also, you've got 600,000 were minted of the penny for, was it 24? Whatever the year the salmon is, the penny, because the penny, they put 600,000 of the pennies in. And I think, if memory serves me correctly, that also becomes the rarest penny outside of the 1972. Because I don't think they did a penny that had less than 600,000 in all 50 odd years. So the only one that had less mintage than that would have been the 1972 or the 2018 or whatever ones they did, where they didn't put them into circulation, they only did them for proof sets. But they put 600,000 of these pennies into circulation. But let me tell you, if you're lucky enough to get hold of a full bag of these, again, in time, they're going to be 5 quid each. I mean, they're worth a fiver each now. So they'll go up from there. And they'll become a £10 coin within a couple of years. That's pretty definite. By all means, feel free to say hello. I'm glad I did this, by the way. Absolutely glad I did this. I think I'd have gone off my rocker in the end. I was just banging my head against the wall, and I had to stop doing that. And with a few of you's help, I managed to change things. In here, I'm selling TGBCH coins in here. I sell more TGBCH coins in here than I sold when I was pushing them on the YouTube and stuff like that, outside of the regulars. I haven't made any in a while, and if I make one, I know there was a few people that wanted to sign up like a direct debit every time I did one, like they got charged and I sent it, but that wasn't possible for me to do because I didn't know how regular I would make them. I have a few ideas now. I've opened the shop. One of the ideas I have is to try and keep it a bit more local and maybe do a couple of the local areas. Do the harbour maybe, the seafront, do a couple of businesses. Like, excuse me, like for example the Fantastic Sausage Factory. I could do a coin for them. And he would put that in his shop to sell it. So, you know, doing 100 or something like that. I still believe in that. Then you've got changechecker.com and everything pertaining to that. That is still going, except I've taken the unusual step of having 2 domain names for the one site. So changechecker.com takes you through to the coins, and Artisan Hub takes you through to the Artisan bit. For the main page, can't stop yawning now. I have to be careful because when I yawn, my teeth fall out. God blimey. So, yeah, there's a little catch up, little 10 minutes. I haven't forgotten, for those of you that need to know that, I haven't forgotten. I'm still aware, I'm still trying to deal with it. And for my own sanity, needed to do something else. I needed to know that it wasn't me and that it was the external forces. I needed to know that. I needed to absolutely rubber stamp that on my brain and know that it wasn't me. It was external forces that caused the House of Cards to collapse, as it were. And now I know that. So that makes me kind of a little bit happy because I know that it's not my ideas and my thought processes and what I want to do that's garbage, and that those ideas are still sound and so will still be practiced to a degree. So I shall carry on, onwards and upwards. Anyway, I'm not going to take you up too much time. I'll be lucky if anybody watches 12 minutes anyway. But happy Christmas to those that do. I hope you have a good Christmas. I've had to cancel mine this year only because I've got to move house, and what's the point in putting up Christmas decorations when you're packing the house up? I wonder how many hundreds of thousands of people are going through that this Christmas. This particular Christmas, how many people are just got to put Christmas on the back burner, cancel it, because they're in the middle of packing up their house to move? A lot of people. Shame. So there you go. We'll catch up again soon. I will be back in the new year. And I've stripped everything off the website, by the way, so that it's only the TGBCH coins at the moment that are on there. I now have TGBCH boxes for 2 coins, 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, 4 coins, 5 coins, and 12 coins. I'm very excited about next year, and I think next year is going to be massive. If it's massive for the shop, massive for the business, then it ain't going to do me any harm either. Anyway, for those of you that have stood by me, thank you. For those of you that believed in me and knew that I wasn't giving a load of old pony and a load of old bollocks, thank you very much. For those that didn't and got caught up in the garbage, well, sorry, it's your own fault. Shouldn't have believed in what that psychopath was doing and saying. Right then, thanks a lot. See you later. Have a good Christmas and a super new year. All right? Bye for now. It's been so long, I've forgotten how to turn it